Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID. So please reach out to us, and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you.
Right
The
control.
right down, so on the
Yes.
corner of the right side down.
So when your cursor will stuck on this the windows of the VM, then what you have to do? Right side of the keyboard, I repeat, on record. Right side of the keyboard, you have to click uh, Alt Control or right Control. Also, you can do that, and you can really see if I'm pressing, it's changing. See that here? See. Correct. So you have to come now. I release this. See, my cursor has come to the my windows. So cursor also you will have a frustration, so that please remember that always. And then this way you create a every time cursor problem, right side of keyword control, press and release your cursor. So that way, that's the only way to work with this. So now I got this VMs done. Okay, so let it happen. Now let's say you have a VM ready. Now what do we do? Okay, what do we do? VMs ready. Any question on the VM creation? Any
No,
questions?
no,
Okay.
Rajesh.
Now don't jump on start using it. Don't jump. You have to configure it. Now, what configuration then you are talking about? So you have to configure it. Some of the configuration, for example, if you go to any of the VM in the this is not running, so I'll go to this VM setting, and here you can check, go through all the options. Don't rush. It's a one-time activity. Basic, advanced, some of the stuff, system. Here you are selecting the RAM. Here you're selecting the number of CPU. So guys, here you see number of CPU by default you'll have a one actually. Okay, so I should have a two, because none of the application nowadays you run with the one CPU. Two CPU needed actually. Minimum 2 GB RAM was okay, but if they demand more RAM, you have to increase it. Stop the VM and increase this. Okay, now one thing which I want to tell you is network. Okay, network. Now here you have so many network. Okay, mine is selected bridge mode, but by default it will not come bridge mode. You will get a NAT actually. Now the question is, what is NAT? What is a bridge? What is the internal network? Host only adapter, generic driver, NAT driver. What exactly this is not attached? And so these all are the policies actually. These are the driver. These are the software for enabling the networking. Now you'll say, oh, what is the difference? So right now I'll keep this offline. I will give you this as an assignment, and you have to tell me, you have to teach me what is a NAT, what is a bridge, what is an internal network, what is a host network. Then you say, Rajesh, is it really required? I would say yes. Why? Because same driver you are going to use in the Docker also, same driver you are going to use in Kubernetes also. Remember that I told you everyone need to know everything, and it's not difficult to know that. So I'm not asking you to become a networking expert. The only I'm asking you to find out what is NAT and how it is, different from other networking driver. These all are software. Okay, so you will take it up. Now I'll put it in this way, which one you should go for it. So I will say bridge adapter. Okay, then we'll say why you are saying bridge adapter. So bridge adapter will help you. Just a second. Bridge adapter here. So this is your home, okay, and this is your laptop, and this is your mobile. This is one more laptop, and all this is, I'm putting in a very simple way, I'm not complicating with the technical words of networking. This all laptop is connected to the your Wi-Fi router. Agree with me?
Yes,
Correct, no?
Rajesh. Yeah.
So now this is your, this is your bridge of the from the world. This whole, after that, if you go out of this, there'll become a whole world of internet. Correct, no? So now this is your bridge. So now when you select the bridge mode, then what will happen? This is your VM. I'll create a different color. Okay, this is a VM. I created, you created, all these things. I'm working in your home only. This is my laptop, this is your laptop. So now if you say bridge, then this will get connected to this network. An IP address will be from this network through the physical network only, but they will connect to the bridge. That means this VM, this laptop will have a IP address, this laptop will have IP address, this mobile you have IP address, and this VM will have IP address, and this VM will have IP address, will be coming and managed from this router. That means every devices can talk to each other within a Wi-Fi, within a home. Same network. Are you understanding all of it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, clearly,
So
yes.
yeah, so what even I'm planning to do, I had done it long back before moving to abroad. What I did long back, I had a one large server, okay, large server in home. And after that, what I did, I set up a 10 VMs here, and I used to run this 10 VM, and I used to connect while training. I used to connect from my laptop and give you the demo in this one. I used to do 2 3 years before migrating to abroad. But after that, once I came back, I mean, I sold that server actually. So you can do something like that. Why to pay 5,000 10,000 rupees only for learning cloud? And what to do? You go and create a VMs over there, nothing else. So if you want to learn AWS, you have to go AWS. But if you want to learn Jenkins, then you don't have to go to AWS for that. Getting my points? All of you. You can run in the VM in the laptop for it. So here, now I think, let me see that my VM is ready. See that my VM is ready, and click on the reboot. See, my keyboard is dancing here and there. So I'll use the,
This is very frustrating.
yeah. So here, done. So now I reboot this machine, and now this machine, what I'll do, look at the some of the changes which I'll do, because if I want to access from my laptop using PuTTY, then I have to do that. So here I'll go to and setting, okay, and here you have a networking. See, NAT is coming. I don't want, I will enable bridge. NAT will create their own networking actually within a VM itself. So I will ask you to read it offline, that will be good, but you have to do that. It's a part of assignment, you have to do that. And then bridge adapter, and okay. Now the problem is, what is my IP address? That is frustrating job actually. So what I'll do, I'll just work with it. What is the username? Root. What is the password? Rajesh123. Okay, now this I'm working in the VM console directly. Okay, but I don't like to work because copy paste will not work. Okay, so what is IP address? IPA. Oh, so if you look at this, networking is not enabled. Hmm. So networking is not enabled. So when you set up a VM, you may get networking enabled, you may not get networking enabled. This is the scenario. Now the question is, how do we enable the network then? Simple. There is one utility. One more thing. As I said, don't stick to the UI. So there is one utility, network manager UI also, but we will not touch in the whole session the UI. We'll only work with the command line. Okay. So there's one utility which is on the command line. You can run NMTUI. Will you remember this? You will be having the recording, so you can do that. NMTUI. NM is networking, T terminal, UI. Okay, so click on this, and here edit the connections. or activate a connections. I don't want to edit. I want to activate because it's not on, it was not enabled. So see here is activated is disabled right now. So I'm playing with the keyword actually. Click on this activate, enter, and it's activated now. It's activated and go back and go quit or okay also. It's okay. You can do that and done. Now can I see that networking? See networking is enabled. What is my IP address? See, look at it very carefully. ENP0S3. That is your uh, Ethernet adapter. Okay, so always. So now why I'm asking you to read it, because you know what? When you run a Docker, Kubernetes, and all, you will find hundreds of entries like that. So you'll get lost. What is my IP address? So no need to get lost. Just get IP address. My IP address is 22 192.168.1.22, and here in the command, see I lost the console. So what I right side control and go to my command line. This is my Windows. Okay, what is my IP address of it? Is if config, right? IP config
IP
here. And what is my IP address of my laptop? C15. So you see that range is same. 192.168.1 is common and only IP address change. So my laptop IP address is 5, which I showed you. Here it is. And my VM IP address is 22. It's the same bridge network. Understood now? So that
Yes,
means
because,
if it is the same network, I can connect from here to here and here to here. Simple. Got it? All of you?
yes.
Yeah. So what to do? You should ping this. You should ping 192.168.1. What was that? I forgot again. It's 22. So 22. See, it's pinging. That means it's accessible. So what should I do? I should use the putty. I should use the putty 192. You download the putty from the. Okay, one more thing. I should share the putty URL also, because many people what they do, they just simply put it the wrong URL and download the virus in the system. So I don't want you to do that. So I'll give you the right URL for it. And the right
First
URL is
one.
this one. Yeah, no, second one. This one.
First one is the
So
original
use
one, sir.
they have created this one, but this will redirect to the same URL here. Same URL. So
Ah,
I'm giving you the path. Okay. So many places now people download the virus putty. So please,
yeah.
whatever the URL I'm sharing it, I'm sharing with you. Please use that. Okay, so here putty download, which is here. Okay, so now this is the go for, if you want installer, then go for this one. If you don't want executable directly, then go for this one here, 64-bit. And here for
There's
the and there's a
for the mark.
putty gen also. Mac is not required. Mac has inbuilt terminal, no SSH
Ah,
terminal,
yeah.
so it's not required. Yeah. So Partigen, there is one utility also which you needed. When we are in AWS training, no, I need this utility. So you can download this one also. Okay, so now I have a putty downloaded. I'll share with you this in the notes. Okay, so downloaded and I'm trying to connect it. So where is my putty? Here it is. So 192.168.1 dot, what was the 22, and first time they will prompt you for the fingerprinting, and yes, root Rajesh 123, and this is your machine, and you can do whatever you want.
Which is where accessing from our Windows, right?
From my Windows to the VM which is running in my window, I mean my laptop itself.
VirtualBox.
Yeah. So guys, any questions so far?
No.
Okay. So now guys, few things you should know. Okay, few things you should know. So you download the image, you created a VM, you configure it, and you access it. Okay, access it. That is good. But now the question is, you need to understand how this Linux communications, Linux authentication works. That is very important. How Linux authentications works. This is very important because I felt most of the time people stuck in this and they stop trying more to learn more. This is very important. Okay. So how Linux authentication works. So whether it's a password enabled, key enabled, access related stuff and all stuff like that. So you need to know. So what I will do in just a second, Linux authentication. This is the one. Just a second. Not this one. Sorry. So this is the important one, I guess. Okay. And whatever I'm sharing you, please do it hard coded. Huh. Now, this is the topic, how to log in Linux server using SSH. So you'll say, Rajesh, what is the big deal? You just now you did it putty and put the IP address and put the username and password and you are able to log in. But actually it's not a complete data. You need to know many other information. Okay. So this tutorial, which we have everything. So let me talk about it. First question is, do we have only putty to connect to the Linux through SSH? No, it's not that. It's not only the putty. You can use putty, git bash also you can use it, which I'll show you in the git training. Super putty also, MOBA also, M remote ng, and many other tools are also available, which I have listed in this. So now I'll say, Rajesh, why do we need other utility? See, one or two machine is okay, putty is okay, but I want to manage multiple server. Let me show you the example for it. I'm using remote ng. So you see here remote ng, how many servers I have logged in and created and saved the session and all these things. See, so many sessions. Okay, so this way it will save your time. Remember, saving the time is important. All these servers, hundreds of server I have created in M remote ng. So you can do the same thing in putty also, but it's not that user friendly. Okay, so for learning you should
remote
use
is
the
very
putty.
very user friendly, sir. Remote.
MOVA is also good. MOVA also. But the problem with the MOVA is you can only store 10 sessions. After that, you
Yeah.
have to buy this. And M Remote NG, it's a free for multiple. So I use I use both actually. But yeah, like that. By the way, do you know any one of you, you can do SSH using the Visual Studio Code also? Do you know that?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, you can do that. Yeah, you can use the bash shell, PowerShell. You can do
But it's
SSH using
tedious.
using your editor also you can do that. So many ways to save time and all. So that is clear. Any questions on this, all of you?
As
Second
of now.
thing, how do we log in? So guys, now I tried with the username and password, but you know what? We will log in. We can log in with the username and key also. That you need to know. In AWS, password is not enabled. They'll give you the key. Here I got the password because I set up my VM my own, but there you have a keys. Okay, so this is something which you should understand a little bit of concept, and then this is the using putty and this is using putty. So here you are using command line to do that. I'd use the putty through the UI. Here you can use the command line. Okay, and log SSH login server and IP address and private key. So here this is the way on the command line. Okay, please remember that this all is needed in the AWS training. Okay, so here you are using the key. Look at this. This is a key, and this is the username, and this is the IP address. But you will say, Rajesh, how can I do the putty? So this tutorial will help you, but I will show you this. Let me show you here. So go to the new session, new sessions, and here is IP address, and click here plus SSH auth plus this one credential. This is the private key, the first one, private key for authentication, and browse and locate the key, which is a key, and click open. So you can use you can use authenticate through the private key also, or you can authenticate through the password also. Both the way you have it. So guys, this is the stuff. Now what I did, I recorded these sessions, whatever the demo and all, and here I put it up. So you will see that in offline to increase your more learnings. But I would insist you to all to go through that. Any questions so far, all of you?
Nope.
Okay, so now guys, I got the Linux box, and here I'll just improve the visibility because probably you'll not be able to see this board 14 plus. Now it's visible to everyone, right?
Yes, Rajesh.
Yeah. So now you will start learning the commands. That is something user commands in Linux, and there is another section admin commands in Linux. So these are the two things. User commands means a commands which every user should know. Admin commands Linux means every administrator should know. So are you going to learn only user? No, you are going to learn both user and admin. Here it's all about the commands. Okay, just like Windows user, Windows administrator, same way Linux also user commands and Linux. So guys, let me tell you here what I am doing. I am creating world's largest collection of commands and with examples. If you look at this here, this is the list of commands we have. How many commands we have in Linux? 1, 2 to 9. So just imagine, if even though if you spend 2-3 years working on only on Linux, you will not be able to complete all these commands, and each command you have 20 options, remember. So if you calculate like this, it'll become a 20,000 commands options and all. It's not very easy to do that. So don't target like I want to learn complete Linux. I have been working on the Linux from last 15 years, and still I get stuck, and still I Google and refer the Google. So don't try to learn everything. Try to learn what you can manage for today's work, next week works, and so on. And gradually you can improve that. So here in the user commands, I have given 40 to 50 commands which you should learn. And inside the admin commands, I've given 20 commands which you should learn. Okay, now which command I should learn, which command I should not learn. So for that, this anyways I'll share with you. Okay, and for that you will go to my dedicated blog for this Linux commands, and this one, this is the one which is the Linux command. See here, file commands, directory commands, file comparison commands, file transfer commands, user and group commands, package commands, process related commands, system information command, disk uses commands, SSS login commands, permission command, network commands, and some of the variables and related commands. So all these examples you have just copy and paste and see the observation. It will might take 3 to 4 hours for you, but you have to do that. These all are examples, you have to do that. I'm just showing you. Only run these commands, that is more than sufficient for the DevOps. Okay, so now one commands which I feel I should explain it to you because that's where you will spend the energy most, and that command is chmod. Understanding the chmod is important. One more command I want you to practice. This command you have to focus on it. Find command, get command a lot. Why I'm asking you to focus this command more? Sorry, because you know guys, when you are in Linux, you want to find a file, and the file will be, you know, in any locations in your system. You can't, it's very difficult to go to each drive and check it. It's not a Windows. So that's where the find command will save lots of time. You can find a file by name, you can find a file by size, you can find a file by the owner's name, you can find file that created, updated, timestamp, and all stuff like that. So you will save lots of time using this. Okay, so now this command I will show you. Linux find and here. So here you have all the finds combinations, and you have to try. If you really want to save your time and energy, don't want to get frustrated, at least you run this one once. Next command is grep command. What grep command will do? So grep command will search the content in the files, S files, multiple directory. So sometimes you're not sure about which file we have with this content. Okay, you have a source code. I'll give you an example. You have a source code and you have 5,000 files as part of your source code, and in that 5,000 files you want to search one particular method where it's been used. Look at this, how much time it will save. One particular method which has been used in which are the files. How do you find it? Find command will not work here. Grep command is needed. Okay, so for this grep command will save your time, and this command you have to practice it a lot. Don't try to learn everything whatever I am telling you, just learn only those commands only. Okay, so this is the two command which is live savior. Rest of the commands is here, and now with that this command I am going to explain it to you. Chmod, because understanding this is very important. Most of the time you will stuck because of the permission issues, and many of the people don't understand this table, so they're not able to fix it, and they say, hey, I'm trying this one, it's not working. uh, Error is in front of him but he's not able to fix that. So chmod command which I am going to try it out. So now any questions before me explaining you the chmod command, all of you? Any questions?
Rajesh, what is grep command used for? I
Searching
missed
the
it.
text, searching a text in files
Okay, thank
and
you,
directory.
Rajesh.
Yeah. Only I'm mentioning those commands only in this session, which is life saving. Okay, rest of the commands is easy, which I have given it. Okay, so chmod command. So guys, I will ask you to look at my screen very carefully. Okay, so here, this is the one file. You see here, this is the one file, and it can be any files or directory also. Okay, mkdir one directory Raj, and this is the file and directory now. If we do ls-lrt, see here, this is the file, this is the directory. So directory start with the D, you see here, and file will start with hyphen. So now I want to understand this part. Please understand this. Just only take this one, and out of which this one, first one is I told you file representation. So delete this. Now you have 9 character. 3, 3, 3. This is the one. Now you need to understand this table. So first section is for the owner of the file. Who's the owner? Who's created? Who's the owner of the file? Second section is for the group. The group, this particular user is belong to some group, right? So here you see this is the user, this is a group. User, group, like that. So this is the group. And third section belong to the anyone who's not a owner of the file and not as a part of that group, but someone else, other user. Okay, so far so clear, all of you?
Yep.
Now next thing is, what is this R, W and hyphen? So R means read, W means write, X means execute. So here, if I see this table, owner have read and write access, no execute access. Here if I see the group have no access, and here others have no access. That means this file only owner have a read and write access, and rest of the people have no access. Simple. So now this R represent one number which I want you to remember all the time, 4. Write represent one number which I want you to remember, 2. And execute which I want you to remember, the 1. So all together if you combine, what is become 7. 7. So now 7. So now let's say if you want to give owner access everything, then you have to give 7 access. Group everyone, everything, 7. 7. This is a 777 means you are giving every access to owner, user, and other on this particular file.
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.